Let's see. See, I'm not muting you.
Testing, testing.
I'm hearing you now. You there?
You are? Can you hear me?
I can.
What happened different?
I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
So what I want you to do, are you seeing you?
No.
Are you seeing me?
I see you big and I see me small.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to do that. You should see me now, right? Still?
I see you.
Okay. If I go like this, you should see my screen, right?
I do, yes.
Okay, perfect. So you're going to get a little like infinity screen going on here, maybe.
If I'm lucky, yes.
Okay, so try to ignore the infinity screen effect there going, okay?
Okay.
What I want you to do is where my mouse is on the left-hand side, there's going to be a thing right here that says share screen share.
Okay.
I want you to click on that.
Okay.
Are you seeing your screen?
No.
Okay.
Brian, you hear me?
Oh. Why is that happening?
I think it's because I turned on our past user test.
That's what it was. Yeah, because I was hearing Jamie dropping off food for me.
Okay.
Okay, so I need you to share your screen with me.
Okay, I have, but for some reason it's not. It says I'm presenting to everyone. Screen share. When I do screen share, it says share your screen, Google Hangouts, and it doesn't give me a share option. It just says either cancel, and then the share button is actually not highlighted, or is not. It's muted. It's kind of like faded. So I can't press it.
Okay, do me a favor then, and that happens. So what I'll do is have you join through the. Are you through the YouTube link, or are you from another link?
I don't know. Let me go to the YouTube link. Is it the one you emailed me?
No, I emailed you the other one. Well, I gave you both.
I've got a Google Plus.
Yeah, you should have Plus, and then the first one that I sent you was a YouTube link.
Okay. Yep, I've got YouTube. So you want me to launch YouTube right now?
Yep, and then it'll pop up. It'll say you're already in this call. Do you want to cancel yet? And just follow just prompt. Do the one that says to get you into the call.
Okay, the YouTube one says it's not live. In fact, I see you doing stuff, but it looks like what you're doing before. It has a 10 minute, 45-second interval. So it looks like it's pre-recorded.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do. Right. should hear your computer dink here in just a second.
Okay.
Did you get emails just now?
Not that I see.
Oh, I have a 10-second delay on my when it sends emails. So you'll get it here just a second. That's so that I can go, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that is recorded me. That's a delay. That's not me doing me.
There we go. Yeah. We're going to get a little bit of a thing going here.
Now that is recorded me. That's a delay. That's not me doing me.
You hearing yourself? There we go. Yeah. We're going to get a little bit of a... Okay, go ahead and exit out. And I'll re-invite you in.
That's like traveling back in time.
So yeah, go ahead and exit out of this one. Close this one out, and I'll send you another invitation, because that sometimes it pops up where you can't you can't share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, I think I see your screen.
Yeah, you see my screen, right?
Yep.
Let's make sure that you see me live. There you go. You should see me now, right?
Yeah, do you want me to screen share now?
Yeah, try that. And when it comes up, make sure you hit present to everyone.
Do I want to do entire screen, Google Hangouts?
So you see how it's different now than it was before?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're going to want to do entire screen. Hey, you see me. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is present this to everyone. There's the infinity screen. Woo! Okay, so we're actually good to go now.
Okay.
Silence my notifications. Okay, so all right, I'm going to present just to everybody here. Okay, so just go over some quick things real fast.
Can you hold on for just 1 second, Scott?
Sure.
Okay. Yes, sweetheart, go ahead.
Sweetheart.
Okay, sorry. I'm back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Hopefully. Okay, cool.
All right, I'm gonna switch back over to you. So, go over some quick things real fast. Then we'll get going. So many notes. All right, so like I messaged you earlier. You still hear me?
I can, yes.
You being all curious and pushing buttons and all that.
I actually haven't pushed any buttons. I'm just watching what happens infinity-wise when I move my mouse.
All right. So first things first, we're gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna be your guide through the whole thing, your therapist. If you get frustrated, I'll do what I can to help you not be frustrated. What we're doing is we're trying to use a website to see if it works as it is intended to be used. We are testing the site, not you. So you basically, you can't do anything wrong, Ryan. So actually, this is one place you don't have to worry about making mistakes because they're not yours. As much as possible during the whole test, think out loud, and I'll help you with that. If there's any, if I think that, if I don't know what you're thinking, I'll ask. So yeah, don't worry about hurting anyone's feelings. We're doing this to improve the site. We need to hear your honest reactions the whole time. Another one, feel free to ask questions. I'm right here with you the whole time. If you need to take a break, that's okay. There's no problem with that. One quick question. This is an important one. Do I have permission to record your screen and the audio coming from your microphone?
Yes.
All right, cool. And please keep in mind, this will only be seen by the people working on this project. And that includes myself and the owners of the website and the company. I think that covers all of the jargon. I need you to go ahead and close out any other applications that might be running right now that might interrupt us.
Okay, just 1 second then.
Well, I think text edit's okay.
Okay, we're good.
that was interesting to see the Finder thing disappear off in the background.
Yeah.
All right, so that you don't see my reactions or pick up any cues or anything like that from my face by seeing me, I'm going to switch off my my camera.
Sounds good.
Oops, not that. Yeah, so you get the confused picture of me. All right. So I will be saying your name because that's who you are. But when it's presented to the client, it's not. You're going to be completely. If I ever say your name, it's going to be bleeped out or whatever. They won't know your actual name. So, Ryan, tell me about what you do.
I'm a real estate professional. I help people to buy and sell homes. I help people to build homes. or connect with people to help them build homes. And I also help investors to find real estate.
That's very professional sounding. So, like your day to day? What do you do every day?
Oh, that's pretty much what I do.
You're just a professional Ryan guy all day?
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about private life as well, or are we just
Well,
talking?
just about you, just a little bit about you.
Oh, and then I have, as far as my family goes, I have a daughter, and unfortunately, I'm divorced, and I date from time to time, and
So you just called somebody sweetheart.
uh-huh.
Who is that? And that's just me asking you that. Who's sweetheart? Are you out of the dating area?
Um, so that's my daughter.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
dating.
oh, okay. That's a bummer.
But I have been in a relationship for a little while, but I haven't merged the two worlds yet. So I have the person that I date, and that does not mix with my when I have my daughter. So,
Yeah.
but that is frustrating to her, and that was actually the last conversation that we had was the possibility of merging those two worlds. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. So,
That's got to be uncomfortable. It's got to be uncomfortable talking about it with me like this.
no, it's okay.
uh, so yeah, uh, so what if we were to put some sort of quantitative number on how much you use the internet, how much you use web browsers and all that in a week? What would you say? Would you put hours wise on that?
Probably 10 to 12 hours a day.
10 to 12 a day?
Uh huh.
And how much of that is browsing versus communicating professionally, whether it be text message, email, or anything like that?
It's tough to say because those two worlds actually kind of merge. It's almost like, I mean, at any given time, I'll probably have 6 to 12 tabs up in my browser. Um, email is the first one. Calendars is my second one. The third one is usually utahrealestate.com. The fourth one is usually probably .loop, which is a website that I use that basically has my docs that I have with my clients in the cloud. And then I probably have Google Drive up, which has several docs that I use throughout the day
So,
that
so a
keep
lot,
track.
a lot of this is professional stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it is professional. And then I would say that there's probably, jumping on and off of things quickly, like a quick Google search here and there when I'm interested in something that maybe just comes up
Yeah,
throughout the day. Oh yeah, maps will come up quite often. So yeah.
interesting. Would you, if you were to split percentage wise between 0 and 100%, what is your usage? Let's say mobile versus a desktop PC or laptop. Split that however you would.
As far as browser goes,
Well, we'll say just internet usage in general. If you were to put a 0 to 100% mobile versus desktop.
so I have a laptop, and I would say that's a good question because my mobile would be the apps that I would use on that would be Google Maps, for instance, to get directions on where I'm going. And I find that I'm using that more and more. Well, I don't know about more and more, but I do use that a lot when I'm driving to and from homes that I'm showing or properties that I'm showing, to and from places where I'm going for lunch or for dinners. So that would probably be the primary one that I use on my phone. But yet I also do some searches on my phone for different things, and I also use it for utahrealestate.com and other things. So if I was to put a percentage on it, I would probably say maybe 30-70, 20-80.
70 being towards mobile.
No, 70 being my computer.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So let's slap off all of the professional stuff, and move into private stuff like your shopping or something like that. Would you do that mobile, or would you do that? So that's kind of a tough question to ask. Would you be shopping mobile, or would you be shopping on your desktop? Would you say? Which are you most comfortable with?
I would prefer to do it on my laptop, on my MacBook Pro. I find that a lot of times if I'm shopping on a mobile, on my phone, that I don't have the ability to explore. Copying and pasting are a little bit more difficult. So it seems like it's just faster on my laptop. So I might even hold off on shopping until in fact, I will hold off until I get to my laptop.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a perspective I need to look into. So the journey to the purchase, so to say, begins on mobile and ends on the desktop.
Yeah, I don't even know if it begins on mobile. I would say, for instance, if I'm thinking about a pair of jeans, or what's the latest thing that I was thinking that I need to purchase? I don't know. The last thing that I purchased, I think, were some jeans, and I specifically made the decision to wait and not do it on my phone, and instead wait till I got back to my laptop.
Huh. That is an interesting perspective. I do need to look into that, because that's something that isn't really addressed. It's usually all mobile or all desktop, and there definitely is an intermix, but we've got to. I need to find out what that is, what the intermixing of those two are.
Yeah, so one of the websites that I would say I use the most for shopping, probably two things for shopping. Number one would be Google search, and then pressing the shopping key to kind of see the pricing that's going on with different stores, online stores. And then the second place would be Amazon. And so primarily. And so I just find the experience to be a lot easier on my laptop.
Right.
And faster as well.
So you're familiar with Amazon?
Very familiar with Amazon.
Gotcha. Okay. So like, what would you say, like, your favorite site? Well, if we could nail down your favorite site, what would it be?
For personal or for business, or just in general?
Come on now, let's business aside.
Oh, business aside.
If you're just chilling, relaxing, and you're not talking to me on the computer, what would you do?
Probably, well, if I'm realistic about it, if I go to my history on Chrome, it brings up the things that I visit the most often, and you have utahrealestate.com, .loop, Gmail, Google Maps, YouTube, Facebook, and Google Calendars.
So YouTube, are you watching like interesting videos, or are you looking at like realty stuff?
On YouTube, no. YouTube would be mostly me looking up things that I'm interested in. Mostly, cool. It would probably have to do with like health and wellness, like health and fitness, and then also probably like dating advice.
Yeah, and of course, Facebook ties into the dating scenario, and also professional stuff as well.
Facebook is interesting, yeah, and that it does interface, or it does intermix the two. I often find that Facebook is a good way to keep in touch with what's going on with different people and just events in general. And then for dating, it is interesting once you find somebody that wants to set you up with somebody, you can quickly jump on and see what they look like and what kind of friends they have and what their activities are and stuff like that. So yes.
Well, cool.
But what's interesting about that is, and I'm not sure how they work, like the top 8 panels that are picked on your Google page. But I would say that I was thinking I don't use Facebook all that often, but maybe I'd use it more often than I would admit to.
Yeah, I can go into all that, like how it determines what's age to show. Are you still hearing me?
I am.
I'm getting a really weird feedback.
Oh, you are? Oh, can you hear? Is that better now?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah.
Oh, I set my phone on top of one of my speakers.
Huh. Yeah, it's dependent on the time of day. Depends on what platform you've used and what Google has cataloged you doing at certain times of the day. What things you usually have to search for, and instead of searching for it, it'll show it to you there. There's a whole bunch of things that go into that. It's not just what you use the most. So anyway, I can go off on Google stuff all day long. So now, if you could, the top left of your browser there, hit I believe it's the green button to maximize that window.
Okay, at the top.
Top left of the browser, where you have the red, the yellow, and the green dots. There we go. Woo, that makes a whole infinity thing awesome. Okay, so cool. So you now have a new tab open. So go ahead and click on that new tab. The website, and so just so we're clear, have I pointed you towards any website in relation to this, what we're doing right now?
Yeah, you have not.
Okay. What I'd like for you to do is type in this address into that address bar you got there. It's powerfulsignal.com. All one word. And when it comes up, don't click on anything yet. Okay. So without moving away from this page, without clicking anything, you can scroll up, scroll down, that's fine. Tell me what this is. Tell me what this website is, and tell me what they do.
Something geeky.
Something what?
Geeky.
Something geeky.
Something that looks like it's in the early stages or that's not super mainstream.
Okay.
I see here car signal booster, home booster. Looks like they take maybe your a signal and boost the signal.
Okay.
Or the internet.
So why would a person use this site?
To buy something to make their internet connection go broadcast further. In other words, if I am in a 6,000 square foot house and I have a pretty good Wi-Fi signal in my kitchen, but when I go to the bedroom upstairs in the very corner of the house, I can't get an internet signal as strong as in the kitchen. I could use this potentially device to make it so that that signal would be stronger in my bedroom. That's just a guess. And I'm specifically not, while I'm talking right now, I'm not reading any more in this, but let's just see now. I'll begin to read. So,
well, yeah, and I was asking you like specific questions, so I wasn't like
application, home application. There is something here on a car. I don't know why you'd want to boost your car signal.
Okay, well, let me lead you straight into that then. So I'm going to give you some scenarios, and I want you to stick with me. And like I said before, I want you to think out loud as much as you can. Don't be like the football commentator who's like, now I'm moving my mouse over here, and not like that. Just think out loud. Tell me what your impressions are, what you're feeling, and like I said before, if I don't know what you're feeling, I'll ask. So here's the scenario. You are a real estate agent. A dropped call could lead to a potential sale going sour. You consider your car your mobile office and cannot afford dropped calls, missed calls, or text messages or emails that don't go through. Ryan, find a solution for this and see how much it will cost.
Okay, so you said in my car. Okay, so you said I can't stand a dropped call in my office or in my car.
No, what your mobile office?
Oh, my mobile office. Oh, so
Like
maybe
your
like,
car, like you're about town all the time. You're going
okay.
from one house to the next. You perhaps know more about this than anybody. You're always going, and if you've got a deal coming up, you've got to be able to answer that call. You've got to be able to get that call, and that call can't be dropped. So
Here we have the best-selling vehicle, cell phone booster, and the most powerful. So I'm kind of torn here because do I want the best-selling or the most powerful? Well, I don't know. Like that's kind of a tough decision there. I'm not sure why are they not one and the same? Like why is the most powerful one not the best-selling? This is a cradle, I think, that I would put into my car. Designed specifically for use in a moving vehicle. Okay, so with the WebBoost Drive 4GM, really long number there, 470108. I'm just trying to compare these two, best-selling, most powerful. I'm stuck on this, like, and now I've got these really long WebBoost Drive 4GX. So I'm kind of stuck right here. Like I don't know how to compare these two. Which one do I want? If I want either one of them, I don't even know. Oh, down below here, displaying products 1 through 9 of 9 results. Okay, I'm overwhelmed now. Like I started off with 2, wondering what the difference was, and now I have 9. And I don't know if I want to take the time to figure this out. I like this image right here, though, that says, explains simple, easy setup. Kind of wish that would have come first so I could have understood what I'm trying to do. Inside antenna, magnet mount antenna. So I have to mount something to my car. Okay, so one of the things that I am a little bit leery of is something that's going to look ugly or add wires to the inside of my car. And definitely am not interested in something that's going to be on the exterior of my car.
but is there a particular reason for that?
I am kind of all about things being streamlined.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like extra like frilly things. I kind of like to keep things as simple as possible, especially when it comes to things that I own and like a car. Like I don't want to add anything more externally, gadget-wise to my car. Like they have the things, the ski racks that you can put on there, and they oftentimes when you take those off, there's rust that has been created because of it being on there.
Huh.
I am not a fan at all of wires. Like I am all about wireless. And it seems like this is going to be more wiring going on here. And it kind of looks like it's over on the passenger side. Okay, I'm kind of liking this Wilson Sleek 4GV and 4GA cell phone booster. I see a picture of it. but it doesn't look like it's in the realm of a car. It looks like it's in a spaceship or a time capsule or something.
Now, where are you seeing this?
I see this at the very bottom. Can you see my screen? I see it at the very bottom of the page, and it has a YouTube video actually, and I'm seeing the
There we
thumbnail
go.
that's up for that. It says
Yeah.
Wilson Sleep 4GV and 4GA cell phone booster.
Yeah. So like I was saying before, don't click away from the page. So yeah,
Yeah,
don't
I'm
hit
not.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, mobile boosters and wireless and cradle. So this does not look like something that I'm interested in because for a couple of reasons. Number one, it looks to me to be an extra thing that I'm not necessarily sure that I want to have. If it was more streamlined and more uh, oh, there's a term that they use for it. Um, anyway, if it didn't seem like it was going to be so invasive, and the plastic just kind of looks like something that maybe I might have bought in 1980, 85.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and because of that, like I'm not saying that the technology may not be. So I guess my problem is I actually think that there's a possibility that I might use something as far as like a cell phone booster, like if it's going to improve my signal as far as my so I don't drop calls and it's going to increase the speed of sending out stuff. I'm definitely interested in this. It's just the solution that I'm seeing that's being offered to me right now feels like something maybe out of, again, going back to like maybe something out of 1985.
Mm-hmm.
So, which makes me feel like maybe what I would do is take the information and what this particular company is offering and maybe find out if somebody else has done a better job at engineering it, so it's not so it's more sleek and more simple. Like maybe see if Apple or Google or somebody has done something just to make it so that it's not so invasive, so it doesn't feel so old or clunky or invasive.
Okay. So so let's push forward then and see if we can finish the task.
Okay. So the
If
task I was
it,
given was how much would it cost for what I'm trying to
well,
for what I want.
yeah, find something that you would. So find a solution for this and see how much it will cost.
Okay, well I see 9 and it's ranging from 379 up to 5, oh no, from 299, no, 129 up to 599. I guess I'm not sure how these are sorted. Like why they have the ones that I thought, I was thinking maybe it was done by price was the way it was sorted, but it looks like it's definitely not price. Really long names to it, and I'm having a difficult time differentiating between them. I can see with the picture maybe some differentiation, but I have a 4GM and a 4GM and a 4GX and really long numbers after that I don't really want to. And I see this number is the same as this one. It's like 470108. So see, I have a vehicle cell phone booster, free Wilson cradle. So I don't get the difference really with that. They're the same price, which makes me even more confused. I do see it's free shipping. So because it's hard to differentiate, I mean, maybe I go for the cheapest option and see if I like it, or maybe I go with the most expensive and see if I like that. It looks like the most expensive here is the $599 vehicle RV cell phone booster, but that's got lots more cables to it, and I'm seeing antennas here, which I'm looking like I might be adding to my car, which makes me definitely not interested because I don't want to, again, add something to my car. As far as the exterior goes, now if this was something I was putting in a glove box, then maybe I would be okay with that, or something that's under my my hood near the engine where people aren't going to see it, or where I'm not going to see it or have to worry about it blowing off or anything like that, then that's something that maybe I'd be interested in. But then I've got more concerns about the installation cost. I'm probably going to go with, maybe if I'm thinking that this might be a solution, I might explore more the $129.99 vehicle cell phone booster. It looks the simplest. So I guess my solution might be this WebBoost Drive 3GS 470106 vehicle cell phone booster for $129.99.
Okay, that would be the one that you would try out.
I'd probably, if I had to, I'd probably start there, see if I liked it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just yeah.
But
I guess my point is, or going back to my initial, at this point, I don't think that I would buy either one of these. I'm going to probably look for whatever this is doing and try to find a different manufacturer that's doing it with better, that's more, it kind of feels more 2015, 16-ish.
Right. I understand that. Yeah. So basically what you would do with this website is take it as a reference point. Is that a good description of what you're saying?
Yeah, that's probably a good description. I'd find out what is going on here and see who else is doing it and find out if they've got a better design.
Okay, perfect. So you thank you for that one. Well, and coming from your perspective, I think that is that's very valuable. So next one, go back to the homepage.
Okay.
Fantastic. I like how you did that. The next scenario is you live in a small space, like a condo or apartment or a dorm. There are restrictions on how an antenna can be attached to the outside of the building. And as far as like what those restrictions are, we're not really sure. So find a solution for this and see how much it will cost.
So I can't have.
Well, let's not say that you can't have, but there are restrictions on what you can put outside.
Okay. Okay, so right now I'm actually still trying to figure out exactly what this is or does. I see a residential home signal booster, and I'm seeing like coaxial cable, it looks like. And so in this picture, I'm just looking at it, kind of looks like a coax booster. So, okay.
So you're thinking that particular device would just take whatever it's getting and boost it through the coax, basically.
Well, I guess my point is I'm kind of confused now about what this product is. 4G cell phone booster for your home. Clear text, talk, data. Okay, so if it's giving me clear text, talk, and data, cell phone booster, I guess I don't understand how it boosts. And why does it need coaxial cable? And how would that interact or interact with my cell phone carrier? Anyway, if I was to go with something, I would go with the least amount of cables and as streamlined as possible. I see Wilson WeBoost EQO cell phone signal booster 473120. Again, these long numbers on here kind of feel to me like something back in the 1970s or 1980s. I guess maybe I'm kind of used to now like the Samsung Galaxy 5 or something like that, but
more simplified, just to the point naming.
Yeah, like I have here literally 1, 2, three, four, five, six, seven, eight like 8 word or number distinguishers, and there's a combination of them. It almost kind of feels like a crazy, like a really old school cataloging number type thing. And they have a ton of products here. Let's see, we have 12. Which is really overwhelming to me right now. Like I don't even want to delve into this. And I'm seeing what looks like kind of almost like a Geiger counter dial here. That I like this picture sort of, but again, I'm seeing wires.
Yeah, why is it that you like the picture?
Well, the picture sort of explains to me more about what this is doing.
Mm-hmm.
But the wiring that it's got there makes me feel like I don't want to get up in my attic and then drill through to the roof and install this. So now I'm starting to worry about the installation costs.
So if I could pull you back to your realtor background, why would you not want to go through the roof and all that? Is there a reason for
Well,
that?
I don't know that has to do anything with the realtor. I think it's just me. Like I don't, and this is coming from a guy who at one point built custom homes. I don't want to, like, I don't know that I necessarily want to be climbing through my attic and, getting insulation all over me and actually like drilling through my roof to potentially have, water issues. Then I've got an antenna outside, and you said already that I have limited or possibly some problems with putting something on the exterior of my unit if I were to live in like a small condo. So there's a 349 option here that doesn't have any wires, just kind of this black. It actually looks more like this century. Everything else, and that's the 473120. Everything else kind of looks to me like something cheap that I'd get at Radio Shack maybe back in the 1980s or 90s. This one though does look, more compelling. Again, the 473120 kind of feels something that would come from almost like maybe an Apple or a Nest or somebody that I have a little bit more trust in, that they are all about the user experience being as simplified as possible. The other ones kind of feel to me like something that I would be doing if I was into ham radio or or needed to hack to somebody else's cable back in the 80s or 90s.
I see what you. So, if I'm understanding you right there, one of them is that one in particular out of the 12 that you're seeing. That one in particular is the one that you might go with simply because of form factor, and everything else is something that would be like you said, something from Radio Shack that a hacker would use. You brought up hacking as an interesting word.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of interesting.
So now, would that fulfill the need though?
I don't know. It says Wilson WeBoost or WebBoost. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. WeBoost EQO cell phone signal booster, quick and easy window install. This plug-and-play cell phone booster installs in minutes. Works with all phones and U.S. carriers. Requires some signal at a window. Great for room in a apartment. That should be an apartment. So you're kind of losing me with this website as far as being put together. The grammar isn't correct, which makes me feel like this is a company that does not pay particular attention to the details. Again, me looking at this website and this page in particular, I did have a condo that had these restrictions, and I was looking for a product. I would probably at that point jump to another potential manufacturer to see if I could find this this solution with somebody else.
Okay, so if you're looking for more information like that, if you're going to use this as a jumping off point, there's a button there that says more info. Would you?
I would not, and the reason why I would not is because I have kind of lost. It's funny because the header or like the top of this website looks nice. I mean, it looks pretty nice. I think all the pictures of the product make me feel like I really do want to look for a different manufacturer. So I would probably not press on more info or even worry about customer support because I actually want to go to a different company to try to find this solution.
Okay. Well, do me a favor anyways.
Okay, push
And
on more.
we'll pretend that you are interested in that. So the one that you were interested in is the one that's a bit more sleek, more user designed. Let's click on that and see what happens from there. What your thoughts are on what happens there.
More info button that was there with that. Wilson Web Boost. I'm still not sure how to pronounce that. Cell phone signal booster, quick and easy window install. This plug and play cell phone booster installs in minutes. So just I guess they have, oh yeah, they did copy and paste that. It just says the same thing, great for a room in a, which should be in an apartment, condo, or RV. You know, so again, they've got a problem there with that. Coming late March or early April, so it's not even out. So my trust factor with this company is definitely not on board with me even considering pre-ordering. But it does say an application of 4G or 2G, 3G, 150.
Well, can you do something for me real fast? Can you clarify what it is exactly that made it so you don't want to, that made you lose that trust?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think first of all, the imagery of the product, again, looks like something that I would have found at Radio Shack back in the 1980s.
Right.
And then as I read more into like the specifics of the product, when I see
this
here,
is the one that you actually wound up being interested in.
yeah, the one that I'm being interested that does look the most, you know, like this century type of a thing. Looks sleek and nice and simple, easy to use. As I start to read about that product, again, my first issue is that I've got the Wilson WeBoost EQO cell phone signal booster 473120. I mean, like that name and everything on there just is so complicated. Again, it makes me feel like something from the 1980s or 90s, like, you know, a weird catalog number that needs to be used because they have so many products. And I don't really want to go with a company that has like a ton of different products. I want a company that has like one product that they just have put all of their effort into to make it simplified for me. I don't want like a ton of different, you know, products. And then when I start to read even more about it, once I finally get past the name of the product, try to overcome that, then I start to find here, great for room in a apartment, condo, or RV. I mean, they're not even using proper English here. So I'm just seeing, I guess, issues with attention to detail, which
Okay.
which makes me feel like I don't trust this company.
Now you haven't scrolled down at all.
I have not. I'm not even.
Is that because of just lack of interest, or what would?
Yeah. Yep. I wasn't even concerned about really getting to the highlights or anything. At this point, I would be out. I might copy and paste something if I found some keywords in here that kind of described in very specific detail what this product is. I mean, it really sounds to me like it's a web, or it's a cell phone signal booster. So I would most likely, you know, probably after being on the site for maybe 15 or 20, well, maybe a minute and a half at the longest, I would have probably taken that keyword, web boost, or sorry, not web boost, cell phone booster, cell phone signal booster, something like that. I would have typed that into my Google search or my Google Chrome browser, and I would have just looked for different manufacturers that I would have more of a maybe a track record with, maybe an Apple or a Nest or a you know, somebody else that may have another solution for this as opposed to this one.
Okay. That's really good, actually. Next one, if you don't mind going up to the top, actually going back to the home page. Now you were scrolling down there. What was that about?
Oh, I was just wondering if there was even anything else there that I was curious about, maybe any graphics or anything. Like, I literally am not even reading any of this. I'm just scanning down to just see imagery, like pictures, to try to get just maybe a little bit of an idea of what this is doing. I do, this picture kind of helps a little bit, but I'm seeing satellites out here. I don't know if I have to put those satellites out in my yard or something with this little circular graphic. I do like this little thing here that shows this cell phone signal, though, because that helps me to connect more. That, oh, this is a cell phone booster as far as signal goes. There's a YouTube video, and wow, they've got this big old chart here that's got so much detail on like numbers and stuff that I don't even want to get into. Then they have related products that all look like they've got lots of cords, coaxial cable, and solutions that maybe would have been relevant back in 1980. And that's it.
Okay.
Should we go to the homepage?
Let's go back to the homepage. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So for this one, so just disregard all of that personal stuff we just did. So we did the real estate agent. We did a person living in a small space, and they're limited to what they can put on the exterior. So now we're going to kind of shift gears to a business person that, following the entrepreneurial spirit of the United States and woohoo, they've purchased a building, and for whatever circumstance that was forced on them, they have to have their offices downstairs. The cell signal is pretty good upstairs, but really just kind of sucks downstairs. Now, the maintenance crew of the building they're cool, and they will allow the installation of anything on the roof. So you are that guy. What's the solution for that? And what would be the cost?
So I have an office in a building that's in the basement that doesn't have very good cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So again, I have a problem here because I see, like, I think these are buildings. They look either like buildings or really super sophisticated, like towers, like maybe computer towers or something. They look pretty cool, but because of the angle that they're at, I can't tell if that's an office building or like a data product or anything like that. But it does say commercial building system, so that I don't know if that's a solution or if it's the office booster system. Like, I'm having a problem here between these two. Again, I've got 4 solutions here, and I'm not sure really the difference. It says commercial building systems. I'm assuming now that these are, really cool buildings somewhere, maybe in like California or Taiwan or something. But then I've got office booster system, which I was about to go to, but then I'm thinking, wow, this looks high tech. Maybe it's more high tech, the commercial building system. Cost-effective, pre-approved custom design system.
Why would high-tech looking be something you're after?
Well, again, one of the things that's interesting that's kind of turning me off to this company is the design of the hardware. I'm seeing a lot of plastic, and I'm seeing stuff that I would have thought about finding at Radio Shack in the 80s or 90s. But this right here almost looks like something that might be compelling as far as, like, if this is a hardware device, this commercial building system, if this is hardware, which again, I'm confused. I don't know if it is hardware or if this is actually a really super high-tech building.
And honestly, I cannot answer that question. And it's not because of any kind of binding contracts or whatever, but I simply don't know what it is.
I don't know the solution. I don't know. But because of that, I'm actually want to click on this one rather than this one, not because I think it's going to be more of a, I actually think this might be more of my solution, what I'm looking for, but this one might possibly be. And because these images are compelling to me, I want to click on those to see if I can actually find out if that's the hardware, or if that's actually a building. Just to to satisfy my curiosity. But
So
if
so
we're looking
on the images alone, so you have a set thing that you're wanting to do, but you're thrown by the images. The images have taken you off task. Is that right?
yeah, exactly. Because these ones, this one right here, can you see me circling this right now? Is it recording?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this again, Radio Shack 1980. This looks like Radio Shack 1970. I don't even want that to be a solution for my office because it looks so like cheap. I mean, it looks really cheap to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and not cheap in the way of like, hey, this is going to be really an inexpensive solution. Like cheap in that I'm not sure whether when I pull this out of the box, whether or not it's actually going to work. That one mobile booster system feels a little bit more high tech, but maybe something maybe from the 90s. Like that even looks like maybe a cell phone or a mobile phone that I might have found in the 80s or 90s. But anyway, this imagery to me right now, if that's hardware they've come up with, that's really cool. I would maybe be interested in hardware that looks like that because it just looks super sophisticated, simple. It kind of looks more glassy, like maybe it's made out of more durable material, maybe more sophisticated material. So anyway, I'm kind of stuck here. I don't know which one to go into if I'm actually looking for my solution. But again, it's just reinforcing to me if this is what my solution might be from this image, I'm not really interested in it that much. So what would you like me to do from this point?
Well, so the imagery really hung you up. I mean, that
really
the imagery alone, more so than having a commercial option and an office option, the imagery has thrown you off task enough that we haven't even gotten into it.
Yeah, like commercial building systems. So is this?
So take me through and just find me a solution that you think might work then.
For the basement.
Yeah, and your
okay,
guys,
well, just
you guys
image
on the roof are
I
cool.
want to go on this one, so I'm going to click on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is showing me, I'm thinking buildings. Again, it looks kind of like high-tech hardware, but this one's telling me probably a building. So now I'm thinking, okay, those were actually pictures of buildings, not of the hardware. So I'm kind of let down. So providing cell phone booster solutions to businesses since 2007, pre-approved building solutions, cell system design, installation support. I have so many options here. Like it looks like they're not selling hardware anymore. It looks like more of a, oh, here's hardware. But right here, it looks like I'm going to have to call somebody that's just going to bring out the hardware maybe. So I'm not doing anything anymore with this solution, which kind of feels to me like it's going to be way more expensive with a product that I'm really not even sure that I want to get involved with in the first place. So this one is not looking like, well, maybe it could be. They've got pictures here of a high-rise, warehouse, hospitality, healthcare, education, government, utilities. Okay, they have here 2 products. Again, these look like egg cartons. This looks like something that maybe was put together for a science fair project and that didn't quite get off the ground from their high school, junior high science fair project. I'm seeing coaxial cables again, which, when I think coax, I think of like cable companies back in the 80s and 90s. Kind of losing me with coax. I'm even seeing here a separated coax. Yeah, coax is just not, I don't know, I'm not crazy about that. Now I just saw, for the first time, I just saw the price here, $1,500 for this. I'm out at that point. Like, I don't trust this company enough to even spend more than probably $199 on them. So I'm definitely not going to spend, $1,500 with them.
Okay, so let's say that this is that the commercial side of things is you've decided that it's out of your league. That water is too deep for you.
Well, and it's not necessarily if this was a solution and I liked the look of the product and I liked what it did, then I might be willing to trust enough a company to spend $1,500 but with everything that's being presented to me, just imagery wise, and with just the the layout and the cataloging, numbering system, naming system, and how many products they have, and all this stuff, I'm just not trusting this company enough to spend $1,500 with them.
So you say trust, you have trusted, you're not trusting them. But if you scroll up a bit, you see that there's Powerful Signals clients. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I didn't.
Did you see that? So scroll down till you see it.
Okay.
Right
Click
there.
below to view some of the Powerful Signals clients. GM, Residence, Welch's, Apple, Food Network, Verizon, Volvo, Chevron, ESPN.
Do you recognize those?
I do. I recognize those, but I'm having a tough time wrapping my mind around Apple using this product.
Because you had mentioned before that if Apple had a product like this, you may want to go with them instead.
Yeah. And here's the reason why. I guess my experience with companies like an Apple or who else would be an example? Nest, or I'm just trying to think of people who have used, who build kind of hardware. I want a company that just focuses in on maybe doing a couple of things really, really good. I don't want, and right now, like I see on some of these pages, I see they've got like 12 things that they're offering that's kind of the same solution, which just makes me feel like there's just a lot of, I don't know, like there hasn't been enough focus put into it to just make it simple for everybody. I've got to sift through all of this information to find out the specific need that maybe I might have, but maybe it's not going to be quite right because there's 11 other products that I have to consider that might have been a better option for me. That's the one that makes me scratch my head. Like all these other ones, Food Network, Welch's, Residence Inn, GM, they're not hardware manufacturers or anything like that. Oh, another company like a Tesla or like a BMW, or I'm trying to think of people who manufacture, good hardware. I like things that are just done simple. So yeah, that
Verizon on there.
Some of our Powerful Signal agents, that doesn't do anything for me whatsoever in this context. And I'm not seeing anything else. So customers say, yeah, Tim is talking about rural location, spotty surface. I don't know if he's talking about business. So I think we're talking about business solutions. So anyway, I'm out on this one, I guess.
Okay, so go back once on your browser.
Okay, once, just go back.
Yep. And let's just assume that we've thrown out commercial. That's too much for us. Let's try Office and see what we can do, because that really was the other side of the coin that we had.
Gotcha. The other thing that is kind of hanging up here, like I'm seeing here a J-pipe here. Like, is this plumbing? Am I getting into? Is this, J-pipe? Is this like a? This kind of feels to me like maybe this is a site more. When you say free J-pipe, I have no clue what a J-pipe is. Again, I built. So J-pipe kind of feels to me like maybe this is a website that's more geared towards like installers. Like maybe this is the site that, if that's not necessarily built for the front-facing clientele, the client that's just the end user. It's maybe set up more for the people who provide the services to those people, because they've got the J-pipe. I don't even know what that is. I don't care to know what that is. So anyway, small office, text talk, data boosters. Again, I'm seeing coaxial cable, and this product looks a little bit better, but not much. Just looking at the imagery there. And again, I have 11 results here of tons of things. I'm seeing the egg carton things again that make me feel like I'm in junior high science fair. And I'm seeing this product here, this gray one with the 4 lights on it. Makes me feel like I'm at Radio Shack back in the 80s or 90s. This blue thing with these ridges looks a little bit better. Again, they've got tons of numbers on here. I got the Wilson Pro 70, 465134. But that one is also one antenna and two antennas. Okay, so if I had to pick something, I'm probably going to go with the cheapest, least expensive option because I don't trust this company again for the reasons I've laid out. I'm definitely not going to call them for pricing because I don't even want to go that far. That again, my cheapest option here is $1,200. It looks like, and I'm not going to throw that kind of money on something that looks like a cheap product from Radio Shack. So if I had to pick, I'm going to probably go with the cheapest and maybe the thing that makes me feel like I'm getting the most for my money. So I'd maybe go for the $11.99 because it looks like it's got, you know, my science fair project stuff, lots of coaxial cables. I have no idea what this thing is in the background with this like bar. Maybe that is my J bar right there, my J pipe. And then some other stuff here. So I might go with the cheapest, but probably not.
Going with the cheapest just because it's the cheapest.
Yeah, yeah, but again, I mean, the chances of me actually buying that with this company is very, very slim at this point.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Good. Go back to the homepage.
Okay.
So try to get back into Zen mode. Try to forget all of what we just gone through.
Okay.
And let's say that we are sold on this stuff.
Okay.
But we are simply unsure of what we want. So find a way to contact them.
Okay, well, I'm going to call them here.
How about this? Find the best way to contact them.
I'd probably call them. I'd probably just ask Siri to call them on 866-912-3444. See what I get.
Okay. What would be another way to do it? I'm curious to see what you are able to find on that.
So I don't really want to share my email address at this point. You know, I'm looking for maybe like a live chat or something, but it doesn't look like there's anything there for this. I could go to contact us, but I think it's probably going to tell me the same thing as this. I don't see any email. Not that I really want to email them. I'd rather either do a phone to get somebody as quickly as I can that's, you know, human, or get somebody. I'm okay with maybe doing a live chat with somebody that's human. So yeah, I guess I would either go live chat or this 866 number. So because I don't see live chat, I'm going to go with the 866 number.
Cool. So yeah, let me give you the opportunity here to sort of give me your overall impressions. So it's sort of your last words before you're done.
So I am probably, after coming to this website and spending a little bit of time again, I'm probably going to find a few of the keywords off this, which I would say is probably like cell phone, signal booster. And I would take that and I would put that into my browser and skip going to this site. And I would go look for other options to see if there's somebody else out there that's maybe got a product that looks a little bit more current and simple and durable and something that I'm not going to have to, you know, feel like it's something that I could have got again from Radio Shack back in 1980. And depending on what I found, if I didn't find any other thing out there on the web that was, you know, comparable to it, that was a solution coming from something that I just felt like I would trust a little bit more, then I might come back here. And rather than delving through all of this, like 11, you know, products here and 12 products there and crazy long serial number type titles to their products, I would probably just call the 866 number and ask them if I could just tell them my situation and have them explain to me what they think the best solution would be for me. And then I want to hear what it's going to take as far as my effort goes to install that. And if there's a lot of cable and a lot of crazy or a lot of crazy stuff that I'm gonna have to do, where I have to drill holes and install J bars and whatever, I don't even know what that is, but if I have to do that stuff, then I'm probably just going to continue to wait till my cell phone carrier puts up another cell phone tower that gives me better signal.
Huh. That's a very interesting point at the very end there. So cool.
Or maybe even switch carriers if I get frustrated enough.
Now wait a minute though. So you would rather switch carriers than do business like this?
I don't know, because I don't know that I trust this company. It would be such a simpler solution. It's like rather than pay $500, I'm seeing this $479 or whatever. Rather than pay that, like maybe just switch carriers and pay $10 more a month for a better signal, rather than paying $1,500 for this system that I'm not exactly sure if it's going to work.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's an interesting point. Well, cool. So, Ryan, at this point, we'll call our little study here done.
Awesome.
You've helped out a lot. You've pointed out a lot of the things that I've pointed out in my initial report. Yeah, the company is convinced that the website's not doing what it should be doing, and their competition they feel is outdoing them. And you have pretty much identified every aspect that I've been trying to nail down, and the fact that you you acted like a donkey on some things where you just didn't want to go. I thought that was very interesting. So
yeah, that is interesting. The problem we have now that's so interesting is we're so inundated by so many things. If I can't pick up on something fast enough, and as I'm looking at different items, if somebody, I can lose trust pretty quickly in a company. I think this company's got bigger issues than the website, but maybe not.
So now wait a minute though. So you're saying that the website could be an indication of other issues?
Oh, absolutely. Like that's actually going to the trust factor. Like I feel like this company, from looking at the website, I feel like this is a company that has troubles at the very top, like CEO down. Like this is a company that is and as far as their engineering goes, this is a company that is not focused on the details. They are not current with the latest in technology. They're not focusing in on making things extremely simple for their users. And they are, I remember hearing Steve Jobs talk about when he left Apple and he went and started his own company. And then when he came back to Apple, Apple was like a couple of months away from bankruptcy.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that he said was fascinating when he got back to Apple and started to ask all the employees there about what they did and what Apple did. A lot of them couldn't even explain all the products that they had and the differentiation between them. And one of the first things that Steve Jobs did is he said, all right, here's the deal. We are now going to be a company that is going to focus in on 4 products, really 2. But those 2 had 2 different applications. So he said, look, we are going to be a desktop computer company and we are going to be a laptop computer company. So we are going to have a pro version of it and we're going to have just a regular consumer. So we're going to have a computer for the professional and a computer for just the regular old user. We're going to have a laptop for the professional and a laptop for the regular user, and those are going to be our 4 products, and that's all that we are going to focus in on. That's it. Those are our 4 products, and we're going to put everything we have into making those things the best that they can be, and that's going to be it. And then for a while, that was all that they did, and every time, like every 6 months, they would introduce better things about each one of those. So they kind of go like a rotating clock. It's like, we do this one, we better it, and then we move on to our next one and we better that. And we just, you do the 1 out of the 4 like every quarter or whatever, and make them better and better for your users. And then they introduced, after a little while, the iPod to add to the mix of that. And then of course they introduced the iPhone. So then they had basically 4 products: a computer for the consumer, a laptop for a computer, a laptop, an iPod, and an iPhone, which then got them really to 4 products with kind of those 1A and 1B, professional and regular consumer, for the first 2. But that's what he did. He just simplified and streamlined everything and got everybody pushing in the same direction on just those very simple, or very just a couple of products to make them really, really good and really cool, and really just things that the consumers wanted and enjoyed using. And so this company, to me, feels like not only are they using inferior products that look really cheap, but they're doing a lot of different variations that just seem so not user friendly or simplified, which kind of tells me that they are not managed and not run very well. Sorry, I just went off on a big tangent there, or a big rant. So
No, I needed to have a bit of silence right there because I have to present that. Are you okay with me presenting those statements?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be helpful for this company.
Yeah, because this is aimed at the ownership.
Oh no.
So, and to have a user definitively proclaim that the website makes him distrust the company from the top. That's an important statement, and I think that's something that they need to know.
Yeah, and I guess one of the things that is interesting is the website is portraying, or is presenting to me, the product just from these product images. So it's not really like the layout of the website or anything. It's more like the imagery and the names of the products is causing me to have distrust with the entire company. It's not just that, oh, well, the website is just laid out poorly and all this stuff. It's like, no, the website is just really, feels to me like it's presenting the company. It's presenting the company's product. It's presenting the way the company goes about naming things, the way it categorizes things, the way it's decided to build things. It's doing all that. The website just feels to me like it's the window into the because I mean, unless the product is different on the website as it is, sitting on the shelf or whatever, it just, to me, just is not impressive at all. So anyway.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's all I've gotten. Like, I've gotten everything that I was expecting. Some things I wasn't expecting. Some things worked that I wasn't expecting to work. And your comments towards the end, I think, are gold to a company that will listen.
Okay, awesome.
So, yeah. I've got some things to do.
Okay, I will talk to you on the flip side.
Yeah, for sure. So
call me or text me if you want.
I'm sorry?
I said call me or text me if you want.
Yeah, definitely. And they may want to have you retest.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or they might hate you to the point where they don't want you to retest.
Yes. And if that's the case, I totally understand as well.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll be getting a hold of you. I'll email you your little code so you can buy your girlfriend something.
Get $50 towards my my booster.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So I'll talk to you later then.
Okay. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah. Thank you.